Well, people, it happened here in Chicago. I said it happened right here in Chicago. Welcome, welcome one and all. It is November 7th. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Man, I know, right? Praise God from whom all blessings flow. And we are pleading the blood of Jesus. Yes, the most powerful name, the most powerful force that we know. We need that, and I'm going to keep saying that. And today we had someone literally stealing an ambulance. And when you think about ambulance, you're thinking about emergency, right? Yeah, when I heard about it, I'm like, I got to get to it at some point. Had car trouble today, so I had to get that taken care of. We'll see what happens by Monday. But either way, we're going to go on in the name of the Lord. People, Chicago's a test city. We are a test city. There is an evil spirit in our midst, and we're seeing some of the most crazy, bizarre situations that have ever happened. And I'm going to show you what I believe is a staged event to tell us the future. You might be scratching your head, said, someone stole an ambulance, Pearson? Yeah. And you're going to decode it? Yeah. To the glory of God. Because I don't want you guys blown. I don't want your mind blown where you don't understand the significance of it. Because Satan is speaking through events, and he's going to keep doing it until a few major events happen. And then once they get this golden age, like the Bible says, we'll have 3.5 years of peace, bliss, brought on by what? This false Christ. So let's get into this thing, because I have a lot to show you. It took me a while to put it together. And as I put it together, my mind was blown. So yeah, yours going to be blown as well. But it's all symbolic, and it's all set up. So join me on this voyage. Check it out.
Information on this breaking story is that Cicero police telling us that one of their 3 paramedics originally in that ambulance was in fact taken on a brief wild ride. That paramedic jumped out about 2 blocks away from Laredo Hospital, where all of this originated and where that ambulance was stolen. Let's get you to the video. CBS.
So there's a police chase. I'm not allowed to do that. But can you imagine 3 paramedics inside of an ambulance to get out? The police are there, from my understanding, from watching a lot of videos, taking care of a patient. And then boom, there's one paramedic inside, and here comes the patient still in the ambulance, and a few blocks down, reported that the actual paramedic jumped out like, wee, right? Can you believe that? So yeah, that's what took place.
Skywatch was over the scene here in the Austin community when that.
So now you'll see the vehicle right here. This is a police car that barricaded himself in front of here. So the ambulance wound up hitting the police car. It will show you what happens at that point.
Ambulance stolen by a patient at the hospital, then slammed directly into a Chicago police cruiser. Moments after that incident took place, you can see that officers surrounded that individual, yanked him out of the ambulance, and also took him into custody. We also know that a Chicago police officer who was in that police cruiser in the head-on crash did go to Stroger Hospital for injuries and observations. The latest update, that officer is okay. Now, the situation that unfolded here at Chicago and Cicero left many people in this neighborhood really confused when they saw the strong police presence.
I seen a lot of police running.
How is it possible for a person to, just go there and take an ambulance and leave? It makes no sense.
And that is the big question people are wondering. Cicero Fire, who owns the ambulance, telling us that the individual was being escorted out of the hospital and then by security when he jumped inside that vehicle. Now, in the process of this wild chase here on the west side, we are also now learning that
So I want to show you, you probably saw some things already, right? So you saw ambulance number 44. Well, you know, this is in Chicago, West Side, right? Well, 44 should be a familiar number to you because Barack Obama was the 44th president. Is that coincidence? Number 44, number 44. And then I want to take you to this here. 1-847-674-6500. The 847 is what I want to start with, okay? This is the phone number they have of an advertisement. And I have it right here. 847-674-6500 comes out to 47. Trump's the 47th president. That's the phone number. Is that coincidence? Yeah, I'm detailed. That's the way I am. Now, let's go into this other one here.
At the police.
Like I said, I can't show the chase scene, but let's listen.
That's where that 10-1 called from. So we're now eastbound on Chicago Avenue, and we're about to come at Cicero. I can see a bunch of cops coming in the other direction. We're going to have a meeting.
And there's the impact right there. The police officer put himself in front of the ambulance that was stolen, and you have the impact.
Right there.
That we just saw the
and
collision.
And there it is.
The ambulance just hit the squad.
And
so the
another
ambulance
car.
just hit a Chicago squad head on. We've got the person out. Chicago.
In red and black. Red and black is sacrifice. Do you understand? It's telling the story. Red and black is sacrifice.
They are tackling this person. We've got a half a dozen squads here. We are at Chicago, and we are just west of Cicero Avenue. Let's widen out if we can, Max. This is a 10-1 call. There are a lot of cops that have come in here. So we've got about a dozen Chicago squads here. We did see the officers come out of the vehicle that was hit. They've got the...
So they got him. Right, they got their man. And let me show you guys here. It's ambulance number 6. Some of you guys can see it. 516. Ambulance number 15. 1 and 5 is 6. Okay.
The Prius,
they could
yes.
be talking to them now, yeah. And it sounds like
So I'm sure we're going to have a lot of ambulances. Coming in here. I'm sure that call has already been put out. And
where the airbags.
Ambulance 23. We'll get to that. Ambulance 10. Sure you can see that, right? Ambulance 10. Ambulance 44. 23. And look at that. How many times have we talked about that 11? And in 55, what is that? Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. Did he not? He was stabbed 23 times. What are the odds? 55, and then there's your 11, because it's November, right? And I told you guys something about to happen. Some major events are going to happen in November. Watch what I tell you. They're telling us through events, people. That's what they're doing. They're literally telling us. I know it might be hard to wrap your mind around, but when I show you these numbers, it's going to blow your mind.
Deployed, you're dealing with not just the collision, but also the airbags. And the airbags come at you, and so potentially it could be just as simple as that. And then, of course, the people that were rear-ended. Being rear-ended is also potentially a very serious situation, and hopefully no one else was
we saw
injured
that
around.
squad. We saw that squad come west on Cicero right last second, right before impact. It appeared that the squad, and this may be part of police training, just turned a tiny bit. So there wasn't a head-on, perhaps, but just a little bit.
So yeah, a police officer deliberately put his vehicle in front of there to stop. But when you take an ambulance going at a certain speed versus a cruiser, it's no match, right? All right, let's go to this here. Here's the Loretto Hospital where everything's began at.
The west side, where 3 paramedics took a patient in around 4 o'clock this evening. At the same time, security was taking another man out of the hospital when Cicero officials say that man ran into the ambulance and drove off, all while one of those paramedics was still inside the ambulance. We are told that paramedic ended up jumping out of the ambulance about 2 blocks away. Now, as the chase went on throughout the west side, CPD tells us the ambulance hit multiple other civilian vehicles, including 2 CPD squad cars near Jackson and Central. That is also where CPD says there were reports of shots fired. They could not tell us at this time if those shots came from officers or the offender. So in total, CPD telling us 3 officers are being checked out at nearby.
I want you to look at the license plate. M2614. M2614. Okay? M is the 13th letter of the alphabet. Then 2, then 6, then 1, 4. So that's 13. 2 is 15. Plus 6 is 21. 22, that's 26. Don't forget that. Let's try to decode this, my friend. It happened at Loretto Hospital. Loretto Hospital. It opened its doors January 16th, 1939. January 16th, 1939. Take January 16th, 2026, its next birthday. Subtracted from Donald Trump's birthday, and I'll show you why in a second. Donald Trump's birthday was 6/14/2025. The difference is 216. What if I tell you the 216th day of the year is August 4th, and that's Barack Obama's birthday? What would you say? Remember, I told you this is Chicago. Barack Obama is from Chicago, right? Okay. And then we already had ambulance 44. Barack Obama was the 44th president. Then what you got here, 1-5. Remember I showed you the ambulance was 1-5? So 1-5 is January 5th, 2026, next year, versus today's date, 11/7/2025. The difference is 84. Barack Obama was born August 4th. You want receipts? I'll show you. Barack Obama's date of birth. It's right there. August 4th. And what really got me was a month ago, I figured things out when it come down to the hospital. Here's the thing. Barack Obama was born in a certain hospital. I'm gonna show you something. Honolulu, Hawaii. Name of the hospital Barack Obama was born in. So this is the hospital here. August 4th, 1961, he was born. Now this particular hospital, it was founded, well, I'm gonna type in the hospital. You guys probably remember this here because we did it last week. KAPIOLANI MATERNITY Hospital, Hawaii, right? HAWAII, Honolulu, HONOLULU. Okay, so we're gonna X this all out, and we're gonna put founded. This is what really made me think today. Let me see. Let me go back to it. The hospital that Barack Obama was born in was founded June 14th. See if I can get it without doing it another way. Okay, here it is here. See this here? The hospital where Barack Obama was born, it was founded June 14th, 1890. Now, whose birthday is that? Watch this. Donald Trump's date of birth.
These pictures should match.
What are the odds, people? Tell me the odds. Now you see why I decoded what I decoded earlier? Because I already knew what I was looking for. I thought about the hospital. 6/14/2025 versus the data hospital that this ambulance was stolen from comes out to 2/16. The 216th day of the year is August 4th, Barack Obama's birthday. And like I said, the hospital that Barack Obama was born in is the same date as Trump's birthday. What are the odds? They're speaking through events, people. And I just want you to know what's going on. Now let's go to the next one here. I know it's crazy, right? I show you the ambulance that said 2-3. I know it's a lot of information, so I'll show you that in a second. I'll go to my phone and give you some photography. It's crazy, isn't it? It's just amazing. Here's one of the ambulances here, 2-3, 2-3. So I got as a date. They literally tell you what's going on. 2-3, 2026, next year. 11-7 is the ambulance crash today. The difference 88. Trump erected 2 flagpoles a few months ago. Remember, 88 feet tall. Trump's text number is 88022. What are the odds? Then look, here's your 2-6. What is your 2-6? We had the police car. Remember, M26014 come out to 26. This is gonna about blow your mind. 2/6/2025. Let's look at it again. That was crazy. There it is right there. The license plate of the vehicle. M is 13, then 2614. M is the 13th letter of the alphabet. That's how they speak. It comes out to 2/6, people. So 2/6/2025, right there. Subtracted from today, when the ambulance was stolen, 11/7/2025, come out to 274. What are we looking at with 274? Sol Invictus, the sun god. This is where they're taking us. Isn't it amazing how they do this? They create these events. Got a police car being bashed up. I believe I'm gonna leave it alone. The bottom line is I believe they created this whole story, okay? The numbers don't match like this. 274, that's that sun god. Here you go, sun god.
Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun, was a powerful Roman solar deity symbolizing light, strength, and divine authority. Worshipped as the eternal and invincible force of the sun, he represented victory, renewal, and cosmic order. His cult influenced later depictions of divine radiance and solar symbolism in Western traditions.
That's the golden age where Trump is taking us back to. It won't last long, though.
Sol Invictus, meaning unconquered sun, was a sun god whose cult became increasingly popular in the later Roman Empire. The origins of Sol Invictus trace back to ancient Roman and Eastern traditions, but it was Emperor Aurelian in 274 AD who officially established Sol Invictus as a state deity. Aurelian, seeking to unify the diverse religious beliefs within the empire, built a grand temple in Rome dedicated to Sol Invictus and declared December 25th as a festival honoring the sun god, symbolizing
just like Christmas. And eventually we'll go here to the Egyptian. We're going to go from the Roman Empire, which Trump is acting just like Aurelian or Alexander the Great, to the sun god Ra. That's where you're going later on. They're both the sun gods, though. That's where they're going to want us to worship this in the future.
Thousands of years ago, the Egyptians worshipped the sun god Ra, the creator of the king of the sky, and the eternal light that never dies. He brought light to the darkness, battled the monstrous serpent Apophis every night, and rose again each dawn, defeating chaos and bringing life to earth. Even pharaohs called themselves children of Ra, building grand temples and pyramids in his honor. And though centuries have passed, his light still shines in every sunrise we see today, a symbol of hope, life, and eternal rebirth. The sun.
This is where I believe they are mimicking this the pharaoh Akhenaten, who resembles Barack Obama. This is where they're taking us, people. And like I said, I took the license plate, which added up to 2/6/2025, subtracted from the incident date 11/7, which is today. There you go. So many of my videos show that. All right, so let's look at this here. Here we go. There's the guy in red and black. They're chasing him when he gets out the vehicle. There he is. Red and black. I believe he's an actor. Red and black means sacrifice. They're telling you the future. And they're bringing him to the paddy wagon. It's all planned. Like I said, you saw the 23, the 10, the 44. Barack Obama's the 44th president. 11, November, 55, Roman Empire, or the 10th. Maybe something's going to happen on the 10th. Who knows? And then, like I said, you saw the phone number. The phone number equaled up to 47. Even if you want to add the 1, that's a 48. 48 means what? Like April 8th of last year, an eclipse on X. And there's your front of the car. God bless.